Hey, welcome to a new episode of The Real Entrepreneur with
Kathy Barthel and
starring Patti Pokerchuk.
yes,
Small business sales coach.
and today, Patti, what are we talking about?
I'm talking about survival.
Oh, I'm talking about following your dream.
Oh.
Where do the twain meet?
Well, surviving and you're going to thrive.
Yes.
Okay.
If you're following your dream.
I'm a realistic entrepreneur. Is that you got to survive before you can thrive.
Well, you know what I think it is? It's about following your dream versus making the money, right? It's making the two of them go together.
Right.
And if you can do that, then you're thriving.
True. And the way I start with my clients is I always say, what's your dream day look like? Your dream client, the dream work you want to do. So I want to take you there and help you get there. So we both have the same goals.
Yes.
Is that people, to thrive, you have to do something you love, that you have a lot of value you can offer and be of service to others. But it has to be something that gets you up in the morning.
Yes.
Right? Something
Yes.
you're excited to do. Because I spent many decades in tech. And I really never want to go there again. You know?
Yeah, and I find it interesting when I asked Patti the other day, is it true? Because this was what happened to me, and I know to some other business owners I know. I asked you, is it true that a lot of business owners start their businesses based on something practical that they don't necessarily love? They have a skill, and it's like, we'll start it on this. And you said, yeah. And this is, to me, the complete mistake. The whole thing about developing a situation in your business, a business where you can thrive, to me, is about doing the work in the back end, which is what Patti's talking about. Yeah. Taking the time to sit with yourself and do that mulling over, or to get whatever expert or friend, what do you really love, all of that.
It's a bit of self-reflection. It's knowing yourself and going, okay, and sometimes, I haven't always done this, but it's sometimes taking that time off, right? So you've finished your busy corporate life, take a deep breath, and then, figure out what you truly, truly want to do.
Yeah.
Because it's not as easy as you think. And sometimes you just say, well, I don't want to do that. So that means maybe this is, an option. So it's really knowing yourself, taking time for self-reflection.
Yeah.
Because if you don't know where you want to go, it's like it's really hard to get you there,
Exactly. And speaking of that, what a great segue, because the other thing I think you need to really take more time than a lot of new business owners do, or even someone who's changing tax on their business, is finding that expert or experts who can help you. Because they are everywhere, at every event. There's all kinds of coaches and whatnot that can help you, apparently.
Possibly.
Right? But it's about getting that fit, and I was saying to Patti recently, it's like going to the grocery store. What do they say? Don't go when you're hungry, because you're going to throw everything in the cart.
And it all looks good, yes.
Same principle. So, go home and have to spend thousands of dollars on some coach you haven't vetted. You have no real idea.
You had no references. You're not really sure, and you're locked into a 12-month contract. There's nothing worse. So first of all, just don't leap into bed with the first coach you meet, because they always sound better than... They are.
And they look in the morning.
Yes, and we speak from experience.
So if you do that work in the back end, then that's going to get you at least in the right lane, right? In the right general area. So you're not doing some practical thing you hate, but you're good at, and you're not doing something that is completely off base that is not going to make you any money.
That's right. That's right. I mean, you had you had a dream of helping single moms based on you were a single mom and you struggle financially through a 6-year divorce, which is horrendous. And you thought, well, I
need some tips. Tell me.
Yeah. She thought, you worked with a coach who thought, you could do something, but there's no money. The single moms have no money, they have no time, and it's like, and really, that's not something that lit you up.
In the moment. This is what's funny about it. And this is, the other thing that when we were thinking about what we're going to talk about today, something that occurs to me now too, is that you're playing the long game, right? And what I mean by that in that case is, in that moment, I most definitely was excited about what we came up with in this couple of days session. And it was great. And she's a fabulous coach. But then, you take some time after and you think, well, yeah, exactly. Our single mom's going to be able to afford it.
Where's the money?
Aside from, I'm going to help the world. And then you think, but I also thought, heck, I spent 6 years going through that. I
don't want to relive it.
There was a time when it was just finished
that
I actually considered. This is why it was kind of cool to discuss it with this coach, because I actually did think about doing it, because I had so much info. I had an idea for a website, the whole deal. But it's about, thinking that it's the long game. And as you said, it's kind of like having a ship, right? That you're going to be...
Yeah, you're always adjusting the sails. And to me, is that, I always say, until you go into action, you really don't know. Is that you say it's your ideal market. And I'm finding, even for my business, I love entrepreneurs, I love solopreneurs, but really there's not a lot of money in it and consistency. And I should live up to my business name, which is a small biz sales coach. So I'm adjusting my sales as we speak and going after slightly bigger bigger companies, because
Yeah.
that's where I can add a lot of value.
Yeah.
I can get a bit more stability. So that's after 4.5 years of being in this brand. So that just shows you that, it's just like sailing. You just, it's never a straight line,
And me as the accidental, I started out being encouraged to do something that I was really good at, but I didn't love, that only addressed certain aspects of me and left 85-90% of the rest of it on the table.
Yeah.
And so in my case, similar thing. I am actually, shifting and doing something that actually, to be honest, I couldn't have gotten though to this place. And I'm not saying I would ever advise anybody to take the beginning I did, where I did something I didn't really love. Really, I liked helping people very much, but it wasn't the right set of circumstances of what I would be doing in the business.
But you were good at it.
I am extremely good at it, right? This, by the way, is writing. And it's not that I'm not going to do writing, but the whole shape of it is going to change.
Yeah, but it's how you spend your whole day, where you're here just by yourself, and you're just way too much of a people person to do that.
And actually, I'm so glad you said that, because before we go, I wanted to mention that. And this episode, at one point, I wanted to call "Creating a Business in Your Own Image." Mm-hmm. And the reason being that, to me, it's a couple of things. It's a lot of things, but two key things. Number one is, as we said, what you really, really want to do, and what, lights you up and comes to you so easily. Everyone else has to take a course for it, and you don't, right? But the other thing is, how, in what circumstances do you like to do that? Yeah. Do you like to work by yourself 24/7? Would you rather work with a team? Would you rather just be in a co-working space? That is a critical piece, and we don't think of it. We just kind of go, well, solopreneurs work alone. Okay, fine.
To be so nice not to have to commute. But it's like, yes, so not nice to not commute. No. I miss people.
Yes.
I miss the water cooler. I miss the chit-chat. Exactly. I miss seeing the same people.
And this, I think, is actually something that's changing very slowly in the entrepreneur space, the online business space.
We have it as a co-working spaces.
Well, they are, but honestly, they're not. They don't answer that problem.
Yeah.
If you're used to working with a creative team like I have in television, magazines, online, that's not the same. You're just a bunch of separate silos. You might as well be in the library, except that there's coffee. So to back up, exactly, which is nice. Yeah. But do the work in the front end. Figure out who you are, as Patti says, what you really want to do, where the money is going to come that's going to connect with that,
and zig and zag until you find that really nice mix of where enough money is that you can have a stable income. You're fulfilling your dream of working with the right target market, and that's the difference between surviving and thriving. When you light up, you get excited. It's money. I get to help more people.
And the bulk of your business, I should say, not your job. I'm still a bit of an accidental. Yeah. The bulk of what you do should be what you love. There's always going to be the grunt work you don't like that you might farm out to somebody who loves that stuff. That's not the same as having someone say, well, there'll always be bad stuff you don't want to do.
There's that
most of your job, or that you created your business, I should say. Why do I keep saying that? It's Friday. If most of your business is stuff you don't like, that's not the same as having someone say, there'll always be stuff you don't like to do.
Time to make a U-turn.
That's a red flag.
Time to make a U-turn. Yes.
But anyway, you're building a long game.
Life's too short just to survive. You wanna?
Thrive.
Yay! Have a wonderful week.
Hopefully we've inspired you a bit to think about it.
Yeah.
Talk to you soon. Ciao.